commencement convocation of the Hope of People School of Health Sciences, located at Luce BKC campus, Mount Barclay, Lower Johnsonville Township, Oswego County. It is our first cohort of Nurse Aid and Laboratory Assistant Program, the class of 2024-2025. Motto: Compassion in Action, Excellence in Care. Today is June 28, 2025. And the motto of the school is Career of Bright Future. We are done with the academic procession. We go to the invocation, which will be done by Sheikh Imam Amadou Koman.
Peace upon everyone. Praise Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I like to send and extend my thanks to those who are in charge of this institution, of lightening your efforts to train our sons, our daughters, our sisters to be a good doctor in our society. So my prayer is going to all of you, for Almighty Lord to bless all our graduating students and our staff and anyone who are invited for this occasion. May Allah bless everyone. Thank you very much.
We want to firstly recognize Mr. Kuma, our Imam. Say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Also want to recognize Mr. Maria Kufa, also our pastor who is with us this morning. You are highly welcome. This afternoon, you're sorry. Don't forgive me for the day. This afternoon. So, on behalf of the Hope of People School of Health Science, School of Nurse Aid and Laboratory Program, we want to wholeheartedly welcome all of you for taking up your precious time to be here with us. You know, today is Saturday, and it's a busy day for so many of us. To leave our busy schedule and come to identify our brothers, our sisters, our sons and daughters is not an easy task. So we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Feel free. We think we can have a wonderful graduation ceremony. Thank you very much.
Our honorable guest speaker, our hardworking staff of this global institution, our graduating and cabin students, special invitees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm so delighted this time to be selected among many to introduce to you our program. Our program today comprises of presentation, capping, distribution of certificates, speech, etc. and etc. Ladies and gentlemen, your program.
Execute this item of the agenda. So we see the brief history of Hope of People School of Health Science. This dream started during a 2014 Ebola occurrence when the virus was killing people. We had no option but to get involved to help save lives by engaging in community-based health awareness, providing basic pharmaceutical products to our people and other provision of humanitarian assistance, especially when the state of denial, lack of knowledge was visibly seen in both community dwellers, including some healthcare professionals on the preventive measures. Fast forward, knowing that many died due to reasons including but not limited to denial of existence of the virus, lack of basic knowledge of preventive measures, lack of basic necessity of human needs, and inadequate health care workers to combat the pandemic. Based on these incredible reasons, we thought it prudent to contribute to the society and to augment government effort by opening health assistance and other human resource capacity building skills institutions. This dream lived on when the world experienced another viral COVID-19 outbreak between 2019 to 2020, when everything around seems unstable. Lives being swept away due to gaps in knowledge and skills to enhance effective and efficient preventive public health-based solutions. This fueled our thought to keep contributing to government effort by creating community-based awareness, workshops, and engaging community youthful populace in order to save lives. These difficult uprising health issues saw the rise of the Hope of People's School of Health Sciences in 2022, with the mind of developing two health-based programs, nurse aid and laboratory assistant, to initiate the process. Our mission statement is to design, implement, and support advice programs that empower individuals, strengthen community, and foster sustainable social change through education, innovation, and collaboration. Our vision statement is to be a leading force in shaping an inclusive, resilient, and compassionate society where every individual, regardless of age, gender, and creed, have access to the needful opportunity and resources to thrive. Our institution currently runs two promising and diploma-based programs in the area of healthcare delivery, including nurse assistant and laboratory assistant. We are also anticipating a program becoming soon, how to do the computer science program. Thank you very much.
Firstly, I want to say the Almighty God, thank you for the opportunity given me this hour to read out the farewell messages. Today, we close one chapter, not with an end, but with a beginning. We are the beginners of this graduating. Today, we are the beginners. And our name is Amotunu, which is beginners. 2024-2025. Live not just with certificates in our hands, but with purpose in our hearts. We came into this program as individuals from different walks of life. But we live as one community, bolded by the lessons we earned and the lives we touch. This journey has tested our patience, strengthened our spirits, and deepened our capacity to care. We have grown through every challenge, and we have discovered that true strength often comes in the form of quiet services. In a gentle touch, a kind word, or simply showing up when it matters most. To our mentors and instructors, thanks for your guidance, your discipline, and your encouragement. You have not only taught us how to care, you showing us how to learn with integrity. To our families and loved ones, your love carried us through the hardest days. Your belief in us gave us the courage to believe in ourselves. To our fellow classmates, thanks you for the laughter, The long nights of study and the unspoken understanding that only comes from working this path together. We will carry the memories, the lessons, and the friendships with us also, always rather. And now, as we step forward into the world of healthcare, we do so with humility, with courage, and with compassion. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we do know this. We are ready. Our journey has just begun, and our calling is ours to keep with gratitude and praise. Congratulations to us. Class of Amadou,
the beginners.
And today I'm going to be presenting to you on the topic drug abuse. We all been hearing about drugs. And this I feel the most special thing about this video is about drugs. And most of us nowadays, we misuse the drugs. We bypass the prescription of doctors, of nurses, and then we decide to do our own thing. So today, I just want to acknowledge you on a few things. So before we proceed, I want to tell you the definition of drugs. Drugs are substances like pills, liquid powder, or pills that changes on how your body or mind works when you take them. So drugs, they are something that we take. If we take them in, they changes the way our bodies and mind work. Let's say, for example, if you have headache. If you have a headache and then the doctor asks you to take maybe ibuprofen or paracetamol. So if you take that paracetamol, few minutes, after 20 to 30 minutes, you will start to feel changes within your body. The pain you used to feel will subside. That's the work of the drug. It's a something that helps to change the way of which our body and mind works. So some drugs, they are helpful. What makes drugs helpful is if the doctor or physician prescribe the drugs for you. It is helpful if you use the drugs the best way. And then drugs can also be harmful. The harmful part of the drugs is the illegal way we use the drugs. Whereas we decide to bypass the prescription of the doctor and do our own thing. Maybe if the doctor asks you to say, take 2 tablets in the morning, 2 in the evening, some of us will just be able to say, the pain is severe or I'm feeling severe fever, so I'll just decide to take 4 in the morning, 4 in the evening. If you do that, you will be abusing the drugs and you will be taking the drugs the illegal way. And in doing that, you will get addicted to the drugs. And if your system got addicted to it, it's going to be difficult for you to just leave it. I want to come our days. Most of our youth, they are addicted to drugs. They are drug addicts, but why they misuse the drugs. So ways in which we can abuse drugs. This happens when people use drugs in the wrong way. Number one, taking too much or more than needed. Taking too much of drugs more than needed. So we are not to take too much of drugs more than what the doctor prescribed for us. So if you do that, you'll be misusing the drugs. Another one is using without doctor advice or doctor prescription. Going at the drugstore to just get any kind of drug for yourself and take it, it is not advisable. If you do that, you will be misusing the drugs, because if you go at the drugstore there and just say, oh, I want paracetamol, the person will just rather be 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, or 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, without knowing the root cause of your pain. So it is advisable that we seek the advice of doctor, we seek the advice of nurses in order to follow the rightful procedures in taking in our drugs. Else we'll be misusing the drugs and then our body will be harmed. The next one is using someone else's prescription. If you are using someone else's prescription, you'll be misusing the drugs. Maybe I felt sick, I went at the hospital, the doctor prescribed my drugs for me, I brought it home. And then my sister too felt sick. And then I said, oh, so sister, since you are feeling sick, you can take them my medicine. It is not advisable for us. Using someone else's prescription is not advisable. So the best thing we can do is to visit the facility, carry on our proper testing in order to make the root cause of our pain. Misuse your drugs. Some of the effects that can come your way. Overdosing or misusing of drugs cause health damage. It causes health damage. Let's say, for example, mostly our youth, I will keep emphasizing on the youth because they are the lead people that are misusing the drug. Some of them are taking the narcotics, some of them are taking the cocaine. In the name of I want to get high, in the name of I want to be strong, in the name of I want to be active. Even that you'll be misusing the drug. Now it is difficult for them to just forsake the drugs. It is difficult for them to just leave it because why? They are gotten addicted to it. Their brain has gotten addicted to it. So it is difficult for the brain to just resist. So we shouldn't misuse our drugs. The next one is addiction. Brain gas dependent, making it harder to quit. Once your brain gets addicted to the drugs, it's going to be harder for your brain to just quit. So the next one is how to avoid drug abuse. There are ways we can avoid drug abuse. Number one is to follow doctor's order. Only take medication that are prescribed. We should only take medication that are prescribed in order to avoid infections. So we should always take medication that are prescribed. Number two, never share medicine. It can even be your loved one. Don't share medicine with them. Don't say, oh, see, you are feeling sick. I have malaria medicine here. I have paracetamol here for you. No. Always encourage the person to visit the facility so that the doctor can diagnose them and prescribe unnecessary medicine for them. If you do that, you'll be helping them because you'll be saving their body from getting harmed. So we shouldn't share medicine with others. The next one we should say no to peer pressure. No to peer pressure because your friend will come to you to say, oh, that it is easy. If you take the narcotic, you're going to be strong, you're going to be dead. So the best way for us to overcome it is to say no to peer pressure. Get help if needed. Talk to your doctor or consider if the drug use fell out of control. So you should always talk to your doctor or your counselor if the drugs you take in, maybe you are not aware. Then somebody in your community gave you the drugs and then you take it. Later you start to feel somehow, start to feel weak. You should make sure you visit the facility, visit your doctor. If the drugs you take in is falling out of him, if it is functioning the wrong way, make sure you visit the hospital as soon as possible in order to save your own life. So to conclude, for the sake of time, drugs can be helpful. The way drugs can be helpful is based on how we use the drugs. The way you use the drugs, it can be helpful to you. And it can also be harmful in the way you also use it. It can also be abusive in the way you use it. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to encourage us this afternoon that we shouldn't misuse drugs. We shouldn't take drugs that belong to our brothers and sisters that are being prescribed purposely for them and take it to say that my sister, my AIT or AIT, I have to take it. We shouldn't do it because if we do that, we'll be affecting ourselves. So I want to encourage us this afternoon that anytime we are feeling feverish, anytime we are feeling any kind of pain, we should make sure and visit the facility despite the financial aspect of things.
Stay not just as an administrator, of course, but somebody who stood with the students and that were able to have understood some of the path they passed through. Today we celebrate not just the completion of the program, but the beginning of a meaningful journey to our nursing assistants and laboratory assistant graduates. Your hard work, your perseverance, and compassion have brought you to this moment. And I can simply tell you that you have all privilege deserved to celebrate, to enjoy the moment, and make the best out of it. Because you've worked for it, and we are so glad that you can be the emblem of our institution. Though we might appear as minute in number, but you know what? We are proud of you. Because everywhere you went, you represented us. And today, we are also saying that we are asking you to go out there and represent us in the best possible way. To the camping students, as you will also be receiving your camping today, I want to tell you that camping is more than a symbol. It is not just a symbol, it is a promise. A promise that you're supposed to make and to keep. A promise that actually entails care. A promise that you are about to make here today to go out and serve and to uphold the highest standards in healthcare provisions. Whether you are beside a patient's bed, in their sick room, or behind the microscope, your role is important. We want you to remember that. Your role is important, and your presence will make a difference. So on behalf of the administration, I want to say congratulations to you all. As you wear your cap today, be proud of it. And move forward with that purpose, that sense of belonging that you are ready to impact the world. The world needs professionals like you. Thank you, and I want to say congratulations.
Honorable and selfless leader, Mr. Sekou Sarafode Kane, our proud parents and families, dedicated instructors and community partners, most importantly, to our graduating camping class. It is with deep joy and heartfelt gratitude that I welcome you all to this unforgettable occasion. The first ever graduating ceremony of the Hope of People School of Health Sciences. As the administrator of this institution and as the wife of the vision bearer who currently resides abroad but continues to guide and support the vision every step of the way. I speak today with pride on both our behalf. Though he could not be here physically, but his spirit, leadership, and hopes are very much alive and present in this occasion. In 2022, when we first opened the door of this school, we began with a mission to offer quality and accessible health sciences training to young men and women that were eager to serve in clinics, hospitals, and laboratories. What we lack in resources, we made up for it in passion and purpose. And now standing before you are our result of that mission. They are our pioneers. They are our very first, and we consider them our foundation. You are the ones who believe in us when there was no proof. You joined the school that was just starting out. You enjoyed the growing pains, and you trusted us to prepare you. And today, you are ready. Whether you are graduating as a nurse aide or laboratory aide, you are living with more than just a certificate. Yes. You live with skills, with confidence, and with a calling. That calling is to serve, to care, and to lift others as you have been lifted. To our beloved instructors and staff, I extend my deepest appreciation.
you work not just as a teacher, but as mentors, as motivators, and as builders of characters. You laid the foundation of excellence in our very first class, Amotun Guru, the beginners. And your impact will live on through every patient they touch. To our families and guardians, thank you for your trust and sacrifices. We know it wasn't always easy, but your support has brought your children to this proud moment. And to my dearest husband, the founder and vision bearer, I thank you for the vision you planted in 2022 and for trusting me to carry that vision forward here at home. You believe in education, in health, and in people's potential. That has created a legacy, and this is just the beginning. Dear graduates and cabin students, as you step forward into hospital, clinic, and laboratories, remember this: their name will carry hope of people. It is not just a name, it's a mission. Be a source of hope to wherever you go. And let your service be marked by compassion. Let your service be marked by excellence, and your character should be marked by integrity. To the class of 2025, our very first graduating class, Amotun Guru, the beginners, you have set the standard, and you are the very first, but you remain unforgettable. Congratulations, both Power and Sham. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Of the day, invited guests, our respected instructors and mentors, the school administration, our families, our friends, and to my fellow graduates. What an honor it is to be here today. It is with great pride and deep humility that I stand before you today as the valedictorian of our graduating class. Today marks the culmination of months and for some years of hard work, sleepless nights, sacrifice, and unwavering determination. We came to this program with open hearts and the desire to serve. And today, we live as nurse and laboratory assistants, trained, tested, and ready to embrace the journey ahead. This journey was successful because God did it. This moment is one we've dreamed of, work for, crack, through, and end. We are here because we chose not just a career path, but a life of purpose, of service, and of heart. And as we gather here today, united by our journey, we reflect on the theme that brought us together this far. A journey to embrace and a calling to keep. It wasn't easy to embrace this journey. Some of us came here straight from high school, eager to step into healthcare. Others came after long shifts, raising children or changing careers. Some battled doubts, financial challenges, or personal losses. Yet, we showed up. We embraced the early mornings, the long nights, and the emotional weight that comes with learning how to care for another human being. We embraced the books and the biology, the skills lab and the simulations. We embraced making mistakes because that's how we learned. And we embraced each other, leaning on our classmates when the stress became too much, and cheering for one another when the victories came. In the wake of our clinical orientation and affiliation, we learned that real care is more than technical skill. It is about respect. It's about patience. It's about recognizing that every person we care for is someone's parent, someone's grandparent, someone's loved one. Some of us had our hearts broken by what we saw. Others had our spirits lifted. But in every experience, good or hard, we grew. We became not just students of healthcare, but keepers of compassion. A calling to keep. Keeping our calling has been one of the best moments ever. It is to do, but we did and will do. A calling is something you carry inside of you. It is not given by a job title or erased by a schedule. A calling is who you are when no one is watching. When a patient is scared and you offer your hand. When someone forgets their name and you remember it for them. When a task feels small but you treat it with care because it matters to someone. Being a nurse or laboratory assistant is more than taking vitals, collecting samples, or assisting with daily tasks. It's about showing up when it's hard. When it's hard, it's about seeing people when they feel invisible. About treating each patient with the same dignity we would want for our own family. This calling doesn't end here today. It begins today. Today we step into a world that needs us more than ever. A world where healthcare is growing, changing, and often under pressure. But through it all, we will be the constant, the quiet force that hold things together behind the scenes. We may not always wear caps, but we do wear scarves. And we carry stethoscopes, and our strength is in equal measure. Before we go further, we must give thanks because none of us got here alone. To our instructors, thank you for your patience, your high standards, and your belief in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. You didn't just teach us skills, you modeled compassion, professionalism, and resilience. To our families and friends, thank you for the late nights, coffee runs, the encouraging texts, and your unwavering belief that we will finish this. Your support carried us across the finish line. To our classmates, my fellow warriors, Amotuhudu, thank you for being the most incredible support system. We've laughed together, cried together, studied until our brains felt like mush, and reminded each other that yes, we are going to make it. And our patience, we want to acknowledge that we learned through your stories. You were our greatest teacher. The road ahead, as we step into hospitals, long-term care facilities, rehabilitation centers, or even home health care, we go not just as employees, but as representatives of the sacred trust between patient and caregivers. There will be days when work feels heavy, days when you are tired, days when things don't go according to plan, but let those moments remind you that you are doing something that matters. Because while we may not always get recognition or headlines, we are often the first to notice a change, the first to respond, the ones who listen, clean, comfort, lift, support, and connect. We are essential. Let's work this role with pride. Let's carry our training, our humanity, and our calling into every room we enter. Healthcare is not perfect. It is fast-paced, demanding, and at times emotionally heavy. But it is also one of the most noble and meaningful paths one can walk. As nurse assistants, we are the hands that hold, the eyes that notice, the voices that advocate. We are the bridge between the patient and the provider, and often the difference between fear and comfort. Voice to remember to my fellow graduates. As I close, let me leave you with these simple truths. You are ready. More ready than you know. You are needed. More than the world often tells you. You are called. And the calling does not fade. It depends with every life you touch. We began this as students, but we live as caregivers, as nurse and laboratory assistants, as professionals, and as people who have chosen to live a life that puts others first. So class of Amotuhuru, the beginners, which is beginners, 2024, 2025, let's go forward, embracing the journey and keeping the calling. Let's serve with skill, lead with love, and always remember why we started. Because to embrace this journey is to honor every life we may one day help save. Congratulations to each and every one of us who did it, and the best is yet to come.
You know the structural dimension of the human living system. All of the organs and functions. We have nobody else but our student upon the laboratory department for retail finance. We also have from our clinical assessment, our student with the best clinical performance is no one else but student for retail and finance. Pediatrics, peace. That means we have no one else but student Abigail Benemo.
It is a great honor today to have been selected to be local people, Sekou S. Kenan. Honorary Sekou Sarafole Kenan was born on September 15, 1962 onto the Union of Mr. and Mrs. Sarafole Kenan in Patala, County. There he started his early childhood primary education. He later migrated to Mazzarano County where he completed his secondary education at the Monrovia College in George Training School, located on Clay Street, Monrovia. Honorary Kenan is a graduate of the Cottington University College with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting in 1989. Not being satisfied, he earned a Master of Science degree in regional planning from the University of Liberia in 2000. He later earned an international diploma in international program for post-planning and management from New Orleans, Louisiana, United States of America, 2003. Honorary Kenan is also the chairman of the board of directors of the Duncan Incorporated, which has networking of filling stations in and out of Monrovia. Prior to becoming the chairman of the board of directors of the Duncan Incorporated, he served as comptroller at the National Post Authority from 2003 to 2004. He also worked at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry from 1995 to 2003, at which time he served as Director of Foreign Trade, Small Medium Enterprise, and later as Director of Planning and Research. Upon completion of his degree requirement at the Cottington University College in February 1989, he worked as a junior auditor at the Bureau of General Auditing from 1993 to 1994. He was the senior distributor at the Todi Demobilization Camp headed by the United Nations missions in Liberia. He served as the accounts receivable supervisor of the Asamo Corporation from 1989 to 1990. Honorary Kenan is not only a professional businessman, but also a politician and a family man. A According to history, Onosegun Eskene was the first duly elected representative of the 15th year legislature from 2012 to 2017 of the newly created District No. 2 of Masuralo County as per the census report in 2008 and demarcated by the statutory law of the Republic of Liberia in keeping with the election requirement of Liberia. At the 15th year legislature, Onokene served with diligence, credibility, and integrity on the following host of representative statutory committees to be named. Co-chairman, Ways, Means, and Finance. Co-chairman, Investment and Concessions. Member, Commerce and Industrial. Member, Transport Committee. Member, Public Accounts. Honorable Eskene is the current representative of District No. 2, Masuralo County, as well as the current chairman on Horses Committee on Executive. Honorable is not only a businessman or politician, but he's a father, mentor, a kind-hearted and selfless leader, consultant, humanitarian. He is loyal to his commitment and a law-abiding and patriotic citizen of the Republic of Liberia. He is happily married with 4 biological children and several siblings. Ladies and gentlemen, your noble guest speaker.
Thank you. Please have your seat. Let me begin by an apology coming a little bit late. My guest was due to the rainfall and my staff was in constant contact with the administrators of this global institution. We as a maid, we are here to honor the invitation extended to us. To the administrator of this noble institution, parents, proud parents, resident of District 2, and above all the graduate, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor that I stand before you today, not just as a guest speaker of the first commencement convocation of this noble institution, as a representative of this district, a proud servant of the people, a passionate advocate for the role of healthcare practitioner in national development. Today we celebrate not just the accumulation of your study, but the beginning of your profound impact as you are preparing to step into the clinic, hospital, laboratory across the district and the country at large. Please permit me to speak to you on the topic, the impact of health practitioners beyond clinical setting. This topic speaks volume about the time we laid in and the responsibility that now rests upon the young shoulders in Liberia. Particularly our district and the work of health professionals has often been confined in the minds of many to clinic, health center, and hospital. But the truth is, your impact stretches far beyond hospital walls. As your representative, I want to let you know that the health practitioners should consider themselves to be the following. 1. Health practitioners are educators and advocates. Our community needs health educators now than ever before, especially Johnsonville, particularly Mount Barkley community, and many other areas across the district and in Liberia. Preventable disease still prevails, not because we lack medicine, but because we lack information. Who is better to bridge this gap than you? The nurses, physician assistant, lab technician, public health advocate like you all. You are the voice in the community that spread awareness about malaria prevention, mental health, sanitation, family planning, mental health, and more. You are also the voice that can dispel harmful myths, traditional misconceptions, and misinformation. 2, you are an agent of social change and policy influence. Beyond clinical care, Liberia needs health professionals who will stand as advocates for policy. Imagine a nation where nurses are not just caring for patients, but also sitting at the table where health budgets are made. We need you to be involved in policy dialogue, pressing for better health infrastructure, curable disease, free community, youth reproductive health education, and emergency preparedness. When you are walking the halls of Mount Bagley Health Center or addressing a town hall meeting in Johnsonville, your words backed by medical knowledge, community empathy can change your life and legislation. Responder in crisis and rebuilder in peace. It's you who are responder in crisis and rebuilder in peace. Let us not forget about the bravery of Nigerian health workers during the Ebola outbreak and the COVID-19 pandemic. They were not just caring caregiver, they were frontline soldiers, educator, caregiver, and comforter. In post-crisis time, water-driven pandemic and natural disaster, health workers become the restorer of hope and community resilience. You are more than your profession. You are a role model for young people watching from community across our district and Liberia at large. That is why your behavior, discipline, and public involvement matter. Even outside of duty hour, your presence in the community, churches, mosques, marketplaces, school can spark transformation and inspire the next generation. In conclusion, to the graduating class, let me leave you with the following words. In a country like ours, where resources are limited, but the human spirit is strong, the impact of community health professionals is immeasurable. You have the power to treat illness, yet but also to build systems, educate minds, influence policy, and inspire the nation. I, as your representative of this region, will continue to advocate for legislation that will support your work and expand your role. But the most powerful work begins with you in the gates. May your graduation be showered with many blessings as you go into the field to serve humanity. And to the preparator or the preparators, I want to say this institution that will help to grow the mind of many young people in our district, our country, and to be specific, the Mount Bagley community. I want to say to all of you, congratulations. Your head should be higher than Parliament between. God bless you. I wish you the best.
With loyalty, I will endure to aid.
I will endure to aid
the physician in his word.
the physician in his word,
And devote myself to the welfare
and devote myself to the welfare
of being committed to my care.
of being committed to my care.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So now you have taken an oath, and I hope you understand every word that was said. Because you are going out there, people are trusting you. You may be on nurse but you are a care provider. So as you go out there, you know that You are not supposed to do anything to harm your patient, but rather to help them. You are not going there to be a boss, but rather you are going to be a servant. And in so doing, you will have people coming to you with confidential matters. You take everything, and you know what confidentiality is. So, going out of your will to breach any of this confidentiality, it means that you are going against the oath you have taken in front of the assembly today.
Okay, good afternoon to all. And I want to commend the honorable guest speaker, and I will say it was funny. And also the parents, and also the students. To be honest, I'm so happy and overwhelmed to stand before you here. There's one thing she did mention here that actually brought me here to stand to speak. I don't really want to speak. You mentioned something very important. I have to do that with you. To be honest, my father was a medical doctor. He gave his whole entire life to save the life of first. And he said one thing: don't never put money first in your profession. No matter what be the case, even if you're in jail, never put money first in your profession. If you do that, trust me, there are many lives that will be destroyed. Take this advice very strongly. He did it not for money. Someone that operated somebody free of charge, but I take it down from them. Because why? They love the profession because they consider life first. So once again, I congratulate you. And I pray that the same God that guided you from the beginning, He will give you higher power, that indeed you will be one of those doctors, official assistant that we can trust this country. I thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to extend my gratitude to our honorable brother, Steve Garnet. Thank you for your accepting this program. And also extend my thanks to all staff and parents and our graduating students. We have here many important statements that we have directed to all of us. Number one, your hard studies. Number two, supporting your sons and daughters. Number three, you as a staff, being with students day and night, it is another sacrifice for our society. I only have one or two statements. I likely direct that to our graduating students. Number one, you should know that the profession that you choose now, it is very important in our society. You are like imams, because human beings, you are divided into two, inner part and outside one. This is why we have a book that's written by one of the scholars called Ibn Qayyim. May Allah have peace upon him. In this book, he described many things concerning about the health care. He said that you should know that you are dealing with human beings. And dealing with human beings is different. It's different, totally. Because when you are someone who knows or who cares about this position, verily that soul will be saved. He also said that if you are someone who will manage it, it means it is dangerous for that particular soul. And in fact, he said that, as we said, you have bodily diseases and spiritual diseases. Based on that, the bodily diseases that you are dealing with, you as a nurse and doctors, you have to be care about human soul. First thing, to prevent them before disease. Secondly, to maintain health. Thirdly and lastly, to take out or to treat a sick person. That is the same message going to the Imam. All Imam, everywhere, whether in Liberia or outside, you are treating human beings by two ways. To make them happy. When it comes to you for their problem, to solve that, and also prevent them. It's the same thing you are doing. When it comes to you to your hospital or to your working places, you will make all possible. Firstly, to make them happy. Number two, to discover for them what will be good for their or cure for their disease. And third one, to prevent them. So really, I'm very, very happy to be here today and be a light in our community of Mama Liberia and be successful in your working places. I wish you all a blessed future. May Allah bless everyone.
So I understand all existing protocols here. First of all, we talk to maybe thankful to Cisco Issue. I was husband, yes, like your brother. So, we live in a community and there's something I observe is couple. And so those are the time who is passionate about department development. And I saw him going down when I was people in from there. The first thing he did was he had a football club, you know, and all the young people were happy with him. I was very proud of this. And I saw that he was having a joy. And, you know, so he's this person who is passionate about department development. All right. And so I want to be thankful because people will be educated, will know a lot, and then just stay home and keep an influence themselves. But it's not so much of money, you know, it's about passion driven, trying to educate somebody. And so I want to thank you to them, Sister Musuko is representing our husband, and also the district of the institution. So thank you also for, you know, to our graduates and our people that come there. I like to say, I used to have one daughter when I went to school. She always said there are little things that matter. And she would say to me, when you marry the movie, go to daddy or mommy and tell mommy. And you know, those things matter. I mean, she was trying to skew it down to do something to post it. What she was actually saying is, if you can manage small things, you can do bigger things. Alright? I give you this story. When we graduated from high school back in 2006, we were all conscious of those things, but we all had the means. You know. But then, there was a proliferation of computer school around the country because they were doing the DDR stuff. And they had an article out, people actually fought the law. They want to go to school. So I remember taking one of my colleagues' ID cards and using it to go to computer school. You know, I didn't know that no computer school was something that would, you know, come to the university. I did not know that. When I went to Alpha Computer School in Damja, and I took Monrovia, I developed how to type, I developed how to do desktop publishing, and type with speed. So when I got in Monrovia, all the phones I brought from Lima after I paid my school fees, paid all the rent, I would never ask to do nothing. And the only thing I have was that skill I developed from the Harvard Computer School. So I went to Wall Street, Silver Street, and John Wayne, my phone, and started to desktop publishing. I'm still here to say, you know, as you are graduating as next age, this should not be the end. It should be the beginning of what you want to do. And when you practice well, people will fall in love with you. People will help you, you know, to advance your education. So I want to say thank you all so much for seeing the graduation. Thank you. You call on Aruda.
Permit me to stand on the executive group. Our honorable guest speaker, greatly admired by many, religious leader, Sheikh Ahmed Kurma, powerful administrator of this great institution, dedicated and hardworking lecturers, platform guests, incredible graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is both a privilege and a great honor to stand before you today on such a momentous occasion. To the graduating class, you put a lot of effort and dedication to achieve this goal, and that is something we must recognize. Today marks the culmination of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You have shown incredible milestones, and I can only imagine the excitement, the hard work, and the sense of accomplishment you are feeling. Today, at this wonderful occasion, as I look around this gathering, I see the future of healthcare, the future of education, and the future of compassionate care. And what I know for sure is this: you are ready to take all the knowledge and skills you have gained from the book of school of health sciences and put them into meaningful life. Not to embezzle much of the time, I want to use this time in a special way to say very big thanks to the boom behind the graduate, for the boom behind the incredible graduate, for the tireless effort and support towards our children. And I want to say, have a phenomenal, exciting, and memorable day.
We are all women. What's happening because you express our key. As for me, I'm happy. My little daughter Debbie told me say she was going to Europe, even though she had a university, she was going to Europe in nursing school. And our son, I always encourage her. And when I'm seeing her today, we are impressed as parents. I'm going to serve as the pastor for this school. I have a ministry ready to new school here, and I got a lot of young people that we to act with. So those of them that have the passion, I'm going to encourage you. I'm so impressed with the administrator and our honorable guest speaker, our father, are always willing to come with our call. We don't have a feeling fun to see him. I'm happy, honorable. So that what graduating is the degree, and I want you guys to work harder and soon and promote as a bright future. So that what parents, I want to say what's up to you. Thank you very much.
It should be at least gender sensitive. So we'll take one meal quickly from the parents to come and give one.
On behalf of the parents, I want to really appreciate the faculty, especially our so much, and to the graduates. I would like you always take this into solution. Your character. So vote be positive. Please don't ever vote NP. NP, which is money for patient. But please do what? PN, which is patient people are money. And as when you do that, the God himself always guides you. No matter you give somebody 1,000 pounds for customer pay, because people pay them, God will be that person to you. Once again, thank you so much. Remember, PM.
Now, we're going to the sensation of our certificate and our diplomas for dynamic graduates. So, before our general diploma representative, we have, as we said, we'll present certificate to at least 2 students. The student will be overall GPA as a valid doctorate, the group of the school. We will also present a certificate to the student with the best clinical performance from the clinic side. So now 2 persons will receive 2 extra certificates before we do the general issuing of the diploma to our students. So firstly, let me call on student
understood that the school is building elevate. There are a lot of things. I'll give 2 more of them, especially she happened to be my daughter. She happened to be my mom. And you need me. I already know that, but mom, ask her. Okay, hello, boy.
Recognize Torito Power for outstanding clinical
and the new department. Thank you.
So now we start the certification of the nurse of the health assistance program. Begin with Abigail K.N. Demo.
Thank you, Joe.
Paloma.
Let us clap for these people.
Followed by Antoinette N.H. Monsi. Precious E. Harmon, dynamic.
Thank you.
So go to the laboratory assistant program and we say we have 1 candidate. Graduation is Rita and Fanan.
Thank you.
So that does it?
Thank you. God bless you.
Educational staff, distinguished graduate class, ladies and gentlemen. Approximately 8 years ago, I was privileged to be a Jew and was playing as well. We saw the drug calculation coming together. We studied microbiology. we study anatomy and physiology, we study ethics, and many. Right? I'm telling you that's my recollection. Florence Nightingale profounded 12 theories in medicine. And one of the theories she made exclusive emphasis on was wet as on right? And also confidentiality. Confidentiality matters a lot in your profession. You do not absolutely tolerate corruption. There are many forms of corruption. Number one, maybe this time we come to you and say, I have an analgesic for body pain. I'm sorry. And all of a sudden, that client just needs a paracetamol or dapsone. He's gonna deliver his script. And instead of running paracetamol, you're going to wear purely acetaminophen, which is the chemical name of paracetamol, for $1,500. So instead of happening buying paracetamol for $20,000, you have exploited the patient more than 500%, which is very poor. And also, stop giving services. Your administrator said, do not be a black belt nurse. Acknowledge that you are just a CNA, certified nurse assistant. You are there to assist the nurses in the discharge of their function. So, as you are going out there, I want to ensure as well that the employer will not ask for the number of students that graduated in your class. Your employer will be convinced with your company. So regardless of the numbers, do not feel discouraged. Right? Congratulations and God bless you.
So quickly we take our last special guest. And yes, no one
Thank you very much. Our distinguished guest speaker is Honorable Superintendent, our parents, and to our faculty students. You know, the beginners, they remind me of something. When I was graduating from the University of Nigeria, my class name was New Beginning. So it has some connection. So this new beginning shows you that there's a long road ahead. What you're going to start down, you'll be frustrated along the way. But there's a reason why you selected this path. I believe it's not because some people will say, let me just go do nursing because I won't go use that. No, I'm not sure that's the reason why you selected this path. I believe you have a passion for it, and that's why you selected it. So regardless of the hurdles of life that you will meet out there, shouldn't discourage you. I want to say congratulations to you, and we wish you all the best. And to our administrators, I want to say thank you. Sometimes it's not easier to start something. Papa D, as usually for him, is my friend we were in school from elementary level administration. And I know his passion for education. I know his passion when it comes to this kind of thing. So I want to say thank you for keeping the children alive. And I want to say also congratulations to the parents, the IU, the school now together. So I want to say thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. So is there a representative from the affiliated clinics, Mount Barclay Health Center, Omega Clinic, any representative yet? Okay, so some of them said they are having engagement with these representatives. Anyway,
No problem.
So, okay. All right, take this up. So we have we go to announcement. We'll call on the series for announcements. Series help our winners. Brother series help our winners for announcements.
Okay, thank you once more. Please take it down.
Thank you.